All right. Hello. Welcome to the Edan Brook Show with your host, Daylife Jesus, aka um, the greediest Jew, Edan, son of Yawan of Jerusalem. And yeah, you're tuning in. All right, it's another day, another dollar, as they say. I'm trying to wash it all, baby. I'm trying to wash it all. All right. So let's start off. Cash.me/$wash it all. Bit.ly/$wash it all. Hi, Claudio. How you doing? Give us a like. Give us a share. Let's get some washes going. Bro, I thank you. I am the hot version of Bin Laden, bro. I'm an emotional, spiritual terrorist on this thing, and it feels good. So yeah, bring it on, bro. I like the compliment. So let me just tell you a little bit about washing. Washing is the process of taking belief in the pain matrix, which is the matrix that y'all are all experiencing right now. Ooh, excuse me, technical difficulties here. It's the matrix y'all are all experiencing right now, where 96% of your experience is pain, and you get rewarded with 4% pleasure. Um, Now, the pleasure matrix, which is being built right now, is a reversal of that, where it is built on 96% pleasure, 4% pain. So, washing is basically taking belief from that system that you exist in now, paying your landlord, doing everything you got to do in that system, and divesting it and putting it into the pleasure matrix. And it's paying for story, basically, whether it be paying for um, this story to resonate within you, but it's also accepting that you have a story to tell. And washing is like, okay, I want to participate in an economy where my story is um, the defining thing that I bring to the world, rather than some product that I'm slaving away to make, some job that I have, a career, whatever, all of the things that are kind of like dangled in front of us to make us feel like, life is worth going on. I'm saying that's not really a thing here. And it takes a lot of bravery to enter into that, to basically commit to the fact that you are not going to work a job, you're not going to do um, pain matrix work to get by. And you are going to submit to God every day that this social economy that we are creating is what is coming next, and it is the place to invest everything that you have going forward. So, yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just, I'm fired up to talk to you again, just to let you know. So when you're watching, just remember your contributions are extremely valuable to yourself more than they are to me. And sure, they are valuable. They're how um, I'm able to, make a social living. But your contributions to yourself, what washing does for yourself, first of all, it gives you permission to do something that feels unreasonable. Because and it feels maybe illogical, unreasonable, um, unrealistic, just like wild. I talk about risk a lot, taking a risk. I Every day I wake up and I'm taking risks. Now, the meta risk, I could be taking more risks on a daily basis, but the meta risk I'm taking is a complete leaving behind what I had in my old life and coming and doing this full time. And that's a big risk, especially coming from someone like me that had a career that was going somewhere, where I was a man who I had I had things going on for myself. I really did. And just to give you a little background, I used to work at Red Eye Distribution, Red Eye Worldwide, actually, what they ended up being called as they stretch their rubber band of influence to the rest of the world. We were a distributor for records. We distributed record labels, and I ran a record label for them, Break World. I was also a musician in a band called Earthly, and had moderate success through that. Critical acclaim, and the peers wanting to. I I had a certain amount of clout in that world, you know. Um, but it just caught up to me, bro. All of the prestige that I had accumulated, which really isn't worth much, like being an influencer isn't really worth much at all these days. It is, I basically was riding the line between being completely clout poisoned and being able to turn what I was doing into something. And then finding Daylight Farming and finding Temple and a way to totally invest in the social economy was my way to avoid total cloud poisoning. And cloud poisoning was literally poisoning me. I was, living a completely unsober life, physically unsober. Now, of course, I was living emotionally unsober. Of course, I in sobriety, in the intellectual. I mean, in the intellectual and spiritual way. I mean, intellectually, I was a social justice warrior just because it got me enough attention to do the thing. I was banking on the fact that I'm brown to like buy any sort of cultural clout and just kind of like riding that wave and whatever it got me and the amount of sort of vapid echo chamber support that I was able to get through aligning that way. And it came from, that was just the influence that the world that I had around me had. And it felt comforting in a way, though extremely vapid. I just felt, I was like, it was such a small little payoff. It was a small little payoff. Never got me what I wanted. I never had any real breakthrough with it. And my whole thing, bro, was my whole thing was always trying to be around more people and always, well, not even more people, the right people. I was trying to select the people that I wanted to be around me in a way that felt like I was growing. And I didn't feel like I was growing where I was and surrounding myself with a very safe crowd. Like 2006 being a social justice warrior, you felt like a rebel, but it was the safest thing in the world. You're just like right place, right time. I can cash in. I don't know how much it I think now that SJWs have become the absolute like majority, it's not cashing in the way it used to be. It's crazy how the right and left have flipped like that. But that's where I was trying to get, and I come from an objectivist family, which is like the opposite of social justice warriors. Opposite of social justice. It's like intellectual justice for the few. So it's a completely different. It's a different thing. And I was just looking for better people to be around. That's kind of like what I was striving to accumulate, that social capital. And that's how I found Temple. That's how I found Daylight Farming, as being, something that was completely people focused in every way. And relationship focused. And basically saying that you could build a life on your relationships and it did not have to be. I was busy. I remember one of the first phone calls, and let's get it. Here's how you can wash. Here's how you can make it happen. Cash.me/$wash it all, bit.ly/wash it all. The content that you're consuming from me right now is only made more powerful by you putting any sort of belief in it. You think the US dollar has any can stand on its own at all without your belief in it. No. It is completely built upon belief. It's it. So here we go. Cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. When you put your belief behind something, what you get out of it grows substantially. It's very hard to really, they say there's no such thing as a free lunch. Story does not, that's why we use Tomb. That's why we pay each other for social interaction. That's why we pay each other when we recognize that there's value in what someone else is saying. It's a way of humbling yourself. It's a way of it is a way of harvesting your own ego to say, okay, I am being vulnerable enough to pay for this thing. It is much more vulnerable, believe it or not, to be a buyer than to be a seller. It's a lot more vulnerable. So when you're going out and you're paying for story, what you're saying is that I have something that I can gain from this. It's very easy to have a chip on your shoulder while you watch a live, while you scroll content, while you do whatever. It's very easy to have a chip on your shoulder like I have nothing to gain. And I know because I come from being a hipster, bro. I was a hipster, you know? And I recognize that you get more clout from saying no. You get more clout from rejection. And that's a very female trait, actually. Hipsters are based upon the feminine model. When guys are doing it as well. It's the feminine model. It's saying no enough that you become people want you because you say no. Now, I'm not a yes man. I'm not saying you got to say yes to everything. Because that in its own way is problematic. You're going to let in all of this energy that you don't want. You're going to end up doing things for obligation. And I'd love to create a world that was free of obligation. Absolutely. No war has been won. Wars are not won by armies that are fighting out of obligation. Wars are won by volunteers. People who want to do the thing. And bro, this is a war. It's a war. All right? And I'm not necessarily recruiting for the army, but it's a war. And what if it's now just militia warfare? What if you can do your part without being in an army? Bro, you can. And you can start your own army. You can start your own militia. You can start your own club. You can start your own cult. And I'm telling you that I can give you the foundation to do that because I've been through it. I've seen how standards work in my life. I've seen what I've been able to get from a cult. It's been extremely powerful, and it's made me the person I am today, to where I don't need it as much anymore as when I needed it 2 years ago, which I needed it. And bro, when I found this thing, I was just looking, when I was like, oh, a cult, I was literally, again, just being a hipster, looking for the edgiest thing that I could possibly do. I was like, oh, an internet cult? That's about as edgy as it gets. So I went in. I did it. But you follow edge and you get to trad, I guess, for me. I followed edge to its most logical conclusion, and I found trad. Where now I'm just trying to build a life, bro. I'm just trying to do the thing and start a family, accumulate. I'm trying to accumulate, bro. It's time for me to start taking, cause I give and I give every day, bro. And that's what I'm saying, bro. I give and I give and I give, and it's gonna feel different to take when you pay for it. Cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. It's going to feel different. And I want to go there with you. I do. I feel some sadness behind my eyes. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, bro, what is it? What is it, bro? What's going on in there? What's the little guy feeling, bro? I don't know, man. I feel a little bit, I feel a little bit unappreciated. And that's all right. I do these things, and I do them for myself. I absolutely do them for myself. And I've in a lot of ways been able to get off the appreciation model as the fuel by which I'm able to stay motivated and alive. Because if I only relied on appreciation, I would be a slave. So I've gotten a lot. I pulled myself a good deal off of that model, but I still, bro, I do this for the people. I do this for the stuff, but the stuff is to get the people, bro. What can I say? It's to be surrounded by people. That's what I'm looking for. It's what I've always been looking for. That's what I've been, and my obsession with stuff is only, and my dismissal of stuff, thinking I could get it as another way, was trying to get the right people around me. It's hard, man. It's been hard, but bro, I just keep on fucking going, bro. I keep on doing it. I got resolve because I know what I want. I'm willing to do what it takes to get it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm willing to do what it takes. So yeah, that's what I do. That's why I say I take a risk. Taking a risk every day because I'm committing to what I want. And that's it. There's nothing beyond that. I'm committing to wanting what I want and going to get it. And committing that in that pursuit that the results will come and that God will lay a path in front of me and that I will walk upon that path. Upon that path. Is that even right? But anyway, it's a short one today, but yeah, I just wanted to get out in front of you and I like getting out in front of you. I like doing that. So let's make some stuff happen. Like I said before, cash.me/$washitall, bit.ly/washitall. Let's make it happen. Let's get some washes in. My goal today, $72,000. If I could get 6 of those thousands today, that would be great. I'm 12 of the way. Let's get to 18. Let's make it happen. But it's going to take the small washes too. I want to stress that. It's going to take the small washes too. Small washers, big washers. Let's get some energy going. Let's go. All right. Bless.